know if anyone has any questions in terms of like how we run the community cafe, or why we run the community cafe.
Hi, can you say where your initial funding came from and any difficulties about getting funding as you go on?
Right. So our initial funding came from, I believe it was the two churches. So as I mentioned earlier, Hillsong Church and HTB wanted to do like one kind of Christmas event. So that's where the initial funding came from. But along the way, most of our funding has come from partners like Religions for Peace, where they sponsored 5 of our events last year. We have donations that are coming in from individuals, but that lump sum, the biggest part of our funding comes from the two churches, so Hillsong and HTB Church. Yeah, so the challenges, some of the, to answer the second part of your question, some of the challenges we have, I think, as you can see, the numbers are going up real quick. The other day, we had to actually move from the small hall where we were to a larger church hall. And so it means our budget is going up and there's more need. There's new people coming into the UK. So we definitely, the challenge is right now we have a long waiting list of people waiting for clothes. And so practical things like those are actually challenging at the moment.
Thank you, Clay. There is one question in the chat for you. Would you like to?
Yeah. Yes, we do. We do have challenges. I think, and Ralph could speak into this. One of the challenges that we have is basically when they come into the UK, of course, they've gone through trauma, and living in a hotel all the time can actually increase on your trauma. You're in a small room, you've come to a country, you've come from a hot country, so it's winter, it's crowded, the food is different, so you probably don't like the food. So we've had challenges with people actually adopting and being reluctant to get involved because, again, one of the asylum seekers mentioned like that when he's moved like from Iran to Turkey to Greece and then to the UK, and all this process is people asking you for data, and some people actually use your data to kind of get funding, and and so in a sense you're reluctant. You don't really know whether these people are actually genuinely wanting to help you or they just like using you as data. I think in terms of trauma, that is a big part that we've had. Kind of like it's a big part that we play because we try to be as relational as possible at the community cafe. We try to kind of create an environment where people can come and last week we introduced adult art where they could kind of draw. And from the art, you can tell what people are going through. I remember seeing one of the drawing is someone drew, I think, a skull or something like that. And you might not, it might just look like art, but it's them processing the trauma that they've gone through. So we have had challenges, and how we have overcome that is just being creative and coming up with ways that can have them leave the hotel, come with us, go to museums, play sports, get involved with serving. They absolutely love to serve at the community cafe.
Hi, I would like to ask, what was your happiest moment working with refugee community?
Well, I think I find happy moments almost every single day. But I'd say one of the experiences or one of the people that have just really given me a lot of joy is one of our guests who is from Iran. He's a DJ by profession, and he came in about a year ago, a year and a half, maybe about a year ago. And he's been to different countries as an asylum seeker. But he moved from being just being dependent on things happening to kind of joining our community. He now serves. He helps Ralph with distribution of not just clothes. He helps with distributing SIM cards during the cafe. And the joy that I got last year is like with our network, we were able to kind of raise about 4,000 or 5,000 pounds to take him into college. He's finished college. He's now joining university, and right now he's more of like a mentor to many of the asylum seekers. So the joy that we get to experience is people who come in with all this suspicion, not really knowing where to start, and seeing them flourish into like independent individuals who kind of start and them picking up other people and leading them and teaching them other things. So yeah, that must be my highlight. Yeah, Ralph, you could share your.
I think for me, it's those moments, and it, like this one particular guest, he needed to do like a foundation course that was not going to be funded by government, or there was no scholarships for him. So we were like, well, it's a lot of money, £4,000. We don't have the budget for it or the funding for it. But we're like, well, there's this half marathon, you can run it and see, we can try to raise the money. And to be honest, I was like, well, we'll see how we go. And yeah, but then after he ran the race, he got all the money to start studying, which is amazing. But I think there's lots of bigger moments like that, but there's also smaller moments. Like I can remember we celebrated a guy called Mohammed, who's from Sudan. We celebrated his birthday last year and got him a cake, and everybody sang happy birthday. And he was in his late 30s, but it was the first time he said he had a cake and his birthday celebrated like that. So small moments like that, or we did a picnic the other week in the park, and some of the people coming up after and say, thank you for organizing and thank you for making us feel like normal people. So we can go to the park and we can hang out and we can do a picnic. Small moments, but I think big moments in their lives and big moments for me.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes, I just wanted to ask how you find engagement from government, because with each group of asylum seekers that I've come across, and including the refugees from Afghanistan, we found that they were housed locally in hotels. And of course, they're not the responsibility of local government at all. So they don't need to know and tend not to get very involved. They're the responsibility of the Home Office, and the Home Office employ organisations like Serco and G4S to be on site in the hotels. And as far as outside organisations coming in and helping, it's almost as though anybody can do that. Have you found that you've needed to liaise with government in any way, or the agencies that are commissioned by the Home Office?
Yes, because we have worked. Well, I do a few projects in the refugee world. I've done community sponsorship, which worked with the Home Office, which is a great experience with the Home Office, and it's very easy to communicate and get feedback on that. With asylum seekers, it's a lot tougher. I recognize a lot of what you say. But we have worked and still work with Clear Spring Ready Homes, especially at the beginning in the pandemic, coming out of the pandemic, 2020, 2021. We had regular meetings with Clear Springs. It was a new situation for them as well as it wasn't for us. So we're in a lot of contact and meetings to discuss the provision, the support, challenge some of their decisions as well. So that was quite good, I'd say. And I guess over time we've become more of our own like project and standalone. So we don't need as much feedback or support now from these organizations. But yes, we do have contact, mainly with Clear Springs and some other agencies that we work at. And it's not, I'm not saying that it's always easy or straightforward, but yes, and Niwa has been working a lot with them as well. I don't know if she wants to add any information to that.
Yeah. But generally, they're happy for you to get on with it, aren't they? by and large.
Yes.
You're providing something that they can't.
Yeah.
They're not coming in and checking up on you. They're letting you get on with it pretty
No,
much.
I've found, I'm from the Netherlands, and I feel like the social care, the social sector is a lot more organized and controlled. I feel in the UK it's very, yes, go for it. Charities community groups can take care of specific needs or different needs in different groups like asylum seekers and refugees. So, but yes, I completely recognize what you're saying in terms of like, yeah, please get on with it. And they were asking us for support, to be honest, the Clear Springs, and they're like, we need more clothing, we need more activities, especially coming out of COVID. They're like, can you do this? Can you do that? So yeah, they are very happy for us to do these type of activities. I don't know where everybody's based, but we're based in Earl's Court. If any of them, of you want to come on and check out the community cafe, happy to host you and happy to welcome you on a Monday night. As said, we're there from 6:30 to 9. I'd be more than happy to see if you want to come check it out or volunteer. We'd be very happy to have you, or speak more about any questions or information you would like, because I think this is a group of people that need a lot of social support, and having some friendly faces and some positive welcome is always very helpful.
Thank you, Ralph. Well, I've been couple of times to the Monday Cafe. You really feel like you are visiting a family member. They really make you feel that you are home. I'm originally from Greece, and they always thank me, but I thank them back because they give me the family environment, with the caring, like if I've eaten enough, if I had drink enough, or if I enjoyed the game that we are playing enough. But I'm actually only there to support them, maybe with their English learning. So the environment is amazing.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. A special thank you to Ernesto, who's on the call here. He created the video that we showed earlier, and he's been a great part of our team. And yes, Faiza, we will share the slides. I'll send them to Eda after this call. But yeah, thank you, Ernesto, for all your help in photography, videography, and making that happen. So it's been really helpful. Thank you, Eda, for making this evening possible and this webinar and sharing. I guess our experience so far. And for supporting the project. So it means a lot, and it means a lot to the people that we get to support. So I don't know if Niwa or Clay want to add anything to that. Please do.
Well, not really much, but just to echo what Rafa said, thank you so much for joining us.
No, just that have fun. That if this is a journey that you're going to go on, we're definitely here, and we're here to support with in any way that we can. But the most important thing is just to have fun.
Yeah, I'm seeing lots of comments at the moment. There are already names that would like to support your call. What you are doing is amazing. Thank you so much that, and you are doing the hardest part of the things, like running all the activities and events. So thank you for your amazing work. Thank you also for this webinar and sharing your wisdom and your experiences, your learnings, your skills.